Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat and back to Factorio. Specifically back to the Pyanodon's playthrough of Factorio. Oh boy, so to remember what I did last Thursday. Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2019. Yeah, glorious things. I am quite busy actually with stuff related to the stream and the VODs and YouTube in particular, so my morning has sort of been somewhat rushed today, and I know I'm not going to be able to really get everything I want to get done with all of this. It's sort of just making the list of things I need to do, and then when I actually get to doing them will probably be this weekend. Anyway, personally, on my own time, I've actually started mucking about with Omnimatter. It's it's a little slow. It's a little slow in the start. I find it interesting, but it's it is quite slow, and I don't think it would make for particularly thrilling Twitch gameplay. So, anyway, today back to Pyanodons, which, oddly enough, on the VODs, Pyanodons has been doing quite well. Oh, I guess before I load into this, I should check to see if... Hello? Make sure I untick that, because I'm pretty sure that if I do this update, it'll not operate correctly on my current save. So yeah, Pyanodon update. Speaking of which, has Pyanodon ever actually done a changelog for coal processing? It's not on the mod page. Boy. I think there's only one one Pyanodon mod that actually has the changelog on the mod page. Just one. And let's see, I think... Oh, here's a changelog. Now that doesn't really tell me much on pie coal processing, but anyway. I think it's... Actually, I don't know. I don't know. So the game has to reload after updating. I don't know, I just know that there's only one that has a changelog on it, and one of the changes on the changelog is fixed changelog. So it makes me wonder if that quote fix needs to happen on all of the other ones, cause yeah, it would be nice to see what the changes are when updating Pyanodon's mods. Because at the moment, that's not really possible. Stream Pi. Okay, so clearly some of this changed. Remove combustion mixture 2 barrel. Pi void. So some voiding change on some combustion mixture 2. And filling a barrel with it. Something there was modified. Wonder if that broke anything here. I don't think so. Anyway, last time we, Ooh, hello, tech. Give me fast inserters, please. Last time was getting energy through combustion mixture to reduce the strain on the steam engines. I sort of do want to keep the steam engines around, but yeah, I don't want them consuming all of my coal immediately. I'm pretty sure that this is just a more efficient process. I'm pretty sure it's more efficient, but we shall see how it all works out in the end. Now, also today I do not have coffee because I finished my second cup of coffee for the third cup of coffee for the day already. Instead, I have ice water because it's been sweltering and we still need to get our AC inspected and repaired before we can actually use it. And yesterday was over 90 degrees, and today it's cooler, but we're gonna have more days in the 90s this next week. And it's still warm in here. Very, very warm in here, and I can't really run a desk fan while streaming, now can I? Especially since I do not have a shock mount for my mic anymore, since that broke on me. My wonderful $40 Rode shock mount made of cheap-ass plastic that broke on me. I mean, part of it was that I had a long time ago over-tightened the thing and cracked a part of it, and like a small chunk came off. But and then very recently the rest of it finally gave way. So it had been compromised for a while. It's just I hadn't bothered replacing it because the thing's freaking $40 to get a new one. And I'm not sure if they even make them anymore. So today I think I remember from the last episode saying it is officially time to go out and grab additional iron patches, so I am definitely going to need as many belts and poles as possible. I'm also going to need some mining drills. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up some iron plates and small parts. And oops, wrong thing. Some of these and some of the wood too. Just so that I can craft just a few miners, and I should have automated poles, so that's fine. Now, I'm not going to do this to increase my production of iron. This is just to replace my sourcing of iron. So instead of using up this patch, I'll be using a much better patch of iron. Now, where exactly do I want to run the line? This is the more dense patch and will last longer. This is a bigger patch, but is like half the density of this one. So I think I will just go for this one for now. It's a little bit closer, but again, it is a bit smaller. Not like I really think I quite have enough mining drills to saturate it at the moment. Hello, tech. Give me... I am forgetting exactly what I had wanted. Have I gotten what I wanted? Ooh, titanium processing. That might be... Or tin. Or tin, or lead. I think... I'll go with the titanium for now. Alright, so how far up do I need to go? That's a big quartz, and that quartz is roughly in line. So if I bring the power just to the south of this big quartz, probably on this line, make this arbitrary decision right now to bring the power along this line. Just can't forget that I will also need to bring... Oh, and let's make sure that this is sort of in... Like, this is the exact tile spacing for that. Wow. Well, what works, works, I suppose. Also, precise tile spacing to not have to destroy that rock. So anyway, I was saying about how this Pyanodon's playthrough has been performing on the VODs. The first episode is actually beating the Angels playthrough at the moment, and I think over the past 7 days, of the top 5 most watch time videos, 3 of them are Pyanodons. One of them is one of the Angels playthrough videos at the number 2 position, and then the number 1 position, for some strange reason, for a little while, has been an incredibly old TNN Bass Tournament of Champions video, which I forget exactly, but I think I may have done that particular stream 1 year on either really close to or right on the date of the anniversary of my father's passing. So that would have been several years ago. Gosh, I think that might have been either... I can't remember at this point. Anyway. He was really into fishing and really liked that particular game, so... I had played it, and I had actually done another video of it at one point. But I only ever did that one stream of it, and I don't even think it was on the Otaku Showboat channel. It was on... back when I was still LP Showboat 0099. My previous persona before I very correctly changed it to something else. That's not needed, but this one is needed. So, yeah, I find it really strange. This old SNES game is getting just a ton of views, of watch time at the very least. And then, point of interesting fact, my most watched series on YouTube is Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, though at the moment it's the special edition. I have a playthrough of the special edition, which was for PlayStation 2, I think, and I had played the digital release of it on the PS3 for a bit. But the thing is buggy, like massively buggy, which is one of the reasons why I had originally stopped playing the GameCube version, because a long time ago I had tried to play the GameCube version, and ended up ending that one early as well because of disk read errors in particular. This one, for the PS3 Digital Edition, would just straight up crash. And it's like, well, that sucks. And the thing's cancelled, and yet it's still the most popular series on my YouTube channel. All these years later, making videos since the year my dad passed away in 2011. I mean, that splits to 4, but I'm only going to use 1. This should evenly pull from all lanes, even if it's just 1, and I have the ability to go up to 4, so that's the plan there. Do I want to go straight down and then over, or just bring it over here and then bring it down? I'm probably just going to do this way, run it somewhat parallel to the power. So yeah, I found it interesting that the Pyanodons are getting pretty good watch time on them compared to the other videos on the YouTube channel. So I just wanted to make at least some note of that. Anyway, I need to pull this down. Probably from right here. Hello. Just because I don't want to be, you know, in the way of my lead hatch. Now, bringing this over. Oh, there's that dead. I guess I'll run it here. Now, it will, you know, split into 2 lines, each line getting... Well, it'll split into 3 lines, actually, or 4 lines, actually, once it gets here. Guess I could stop this, because I should have a fully compressed yellow. Pretty sure there's a lot more than 30 out there. And of course I definitely forgot to put down a radar out there, which sucks. Of course that broke here. So I don't have this coming in. I might be running another belt, though, from there. We shall see. So do I need this at the moment? I don't think so. Which means I don't need this. I don't need this. Don't prioritize that. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Don't prioritize this one, but prioritize this. So that when I split, I'm giving priority to these crushers. And here comes the ore. Beautiful blue iron coming down. Oh goodness. What did I... Oh, no wait, this is intentional. This is intentional. It splits over here and goes onto the rock line. So unless I absolutely need chrome ingots to make something that I need to get to Circuit 1s, I will not be doing that immediately. What I am going to do is, well, start working towards Circuit 1s. Because that's about time. Now that I have secured my ore, secured all of my ore to keep making plates of iron and copper for now. Oh wow, I'm actually overproducing the aluminium ore for the thingy here. So I likely need another one. Do I have any more? No. But I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. So, there are several chains of things that are needed to produce our Circuit 1s, wherever the heck they've ended up. Where is it? This... Here. Circuit board 1s. Capacitors, inductors, resistors, printed circuit substrate 1, and vacuum tubes. I suppose the first thing should be printed circuit substrate 1, which is made inside of a chip shooter machine. No. That's the circuit board. The circuit board's made in a chip shooter. This is made in a PCB factory. So the PCB factory, I need to grab more iron. A lot more iron and a lot more of these. Alright, there's the PCB factory. Now, I know I'm going to need one of these, so I'll make one of these. Apparently 6 small parts, or within 6 crafts of small parts short. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stop that and then do it again with the small parts. So that's the PCB factory. Now, that is not all I need. That is far from all that I need. So to actually make printed circuit substrate 1s, I need the copper plates, which I'm producing. I need vacuum, which is just a pressure pump, which those are here. I'll just make a couple of those. And I need formica. Now, what is involved in the production of formica? Formica requires fiberboard and melamine resin. So we have 2 separate processes here to consider. So 2 assembly lines, one for melamine resin and one for fiberboards. Fiberboards come from treated wood, raw fiber, sodium hydroxide, and steam. Melamine resin comes from melamine, urea, and formaldehyde. Now, I'm going to imagine that melamine will come from cyanic acid and methane. Methane, the beautiful methane. Let's get raw coal, I guess. Cyanic acid and ammonia. Cyanic acid comes from urea. This recipe gives you ammonia and cyanic acid. So urea gives you ammonia and cyanic acid. Formaldehyde comes from methane and copper. Methane comes from water in this building, Moondrop Greenhouse. Alternatively, you could also add CO2 to get even more methane. You get twice the amount of methane by adding some CO2. And then you could also put in fertilizer to get it even faster. But for now, let's just think about the initial processes. Now, what am I going to do first? Well, I'm going to make the melamine resin first, because this is going to involve these moondrop greenhouses, as well as og paddocks. And this is just a lot of stuff here. And then to actually make the melamine and to make the cyanic acid. So cyanic acid, is that a destructive distillation? Yeah, that's destructive distillation columns. And then formaldehyde is in these guys. Then this is in these FB reactors. Both of these. Let's get another one. So I will need copper brought all the way over. Oh, that's not copper. Geez, to other playthroughs. Anyway, this line will be the copper. Now, I will also need water. Oh joy, oh bliss. So, now, I do technically have water that I can bring over, so that's not much of a problem. This ash can burn and die. Grab you. The og paddock. This one needs shrooms. Now, I'll make note here as I hit the desk. I probably want to be using this recipe from the raw fiber, so I think it might be more... I could make roboports now. Huh. Really? Anyway, I can, instead look at the fiberboard recipe, see, hey, this also takes raw fiber, so I can do the raw fiber first. Now, raw fiber comes from something or other. This one, I think. Yeah. Fluffy trees, where you can get high quality fibers. So let's make one of these. Probably want more than one of these. And this is actually the first time I've ever really made one of these, so I need to keep in mind the requirements going forward. I will need mushrooms to feed the augs. Just bring all that down for later use. Need to grab more belts. Let there be belts. Probably just gonna need some splitters too. Probably gonna want to increase this production in just a little bit. Yeah, let's get a couple more of those. Come on, make the circuits. Yeah, I just want some more of the copper to be produced. I suppose one thing I could do is just what I should have done, which is leave that all connected. Seriously? Oh. Let there be power. Good. Better. better is better. Better is always better. Anyway. So, let's have a look-see at this thing. This thing. Soil, clay, water. 24 and 180. Oh, it has fuel value. 6 megajoules. That's not bad, actually. That's better than, That's better than Coke! That's better than Coke. I think Coke is 5. Lamps, clay, and water. So you remove the soil by using lamps. And instead, you still need clay. Now, here's the thing. Am I not producing lamps somewhere? I don't think I'm producing lamps. Yeah, no. No, I'm not making lamps. So, I will want to likely use that process. I do think I'm making... Well, I'm making soil here, but I think I am making clay. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm making clay. Am I making clay? Am I not making clay? Does not look like I'm making clay. Wonderful. So, I will need to make clay. Do I have a radar? Give me a couple radars. Radar. No clay, really. What's the clay machine? Clay pit? Or... Yeah, that's all fine. Just add iron. High tech, huh? Clay pit. Requires steam, makes clay. Just out of steam. Steam to clay. 165 degrees steam required. So, that is just a regular boiler. Which, I mean, regular boiler will need to be fed with some form of fuel. I'm running a form of fuel here. Alright, clay pit, clay pit, clay pit. Right there. I'm gonna do this with a gap. In case it needs more steam, as I suspect it will. Oh, right, water. Duh, need water. Now this is just the closed loop on that, so... I won't be able to jump it. Alright, well... I'll just run through it then. It may be a closed system, but it doesn't really matter whether I hook up to it or not. Alright, so one steam machine can fully supply this clay pit for me. Guess I'll grab the light oil processing. That's one way to get everything balanced. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Alright, so that's clay. Now I need lamps. Cables, glass, plates. Glass, huh? That will be really slow. So I guess I'll actually do soil. If I was producing a lot more glass, then yeah, that would be fine, but since I'm not, like, if I was running the full, like, pike hole touched by an angel setup, which has bobs and angels with Pyanodons, and glass is incredibly easy to get with that combination, then I would do the lamps early. For now, though, it does require soil. I happen to be making a crap ton of soil here, but I'm going to move this. I am going to move this. I'm tempted to actually even do another line for water because I am sort of consuming a fair bit of water. Oh my inventory is pretty packed. Oh yeah, I do have engines too. Just a few. Really now? Why? Is the question. Hello? Too much tar? What's going on with the tar? Is it because it's just too much? It's too much aromatics. Well, I've got a use for you a bit later. So that's fine. Alright, grab our soil extractor. Now the soil extractor is just going to dump tremendous amounts of soil. Way more than I really need. Yeah, soil. Yeah, so this produces soil so quickly that won't ultimately matter. Alright. Plantation! Plantation! Also, I am in no... There's no chance in hell I'm going to actually bust the soil. So, this one... maybe a little bit further away. Right about there. It'll take a whole extra minute and produce a little bit less raw fiber, but I'm just looking for not 0 at this point in time. Not 0 sounds like a very good number to strive for. Then also, ugh. Ugh. Guess I'll do water on the other side. Ugh. Why? Alright. One tile down. That still works. Oh, come on. There we go. Now I just have to sit and wait for it to load. Load the soil and all that good stuff. Probably want, like, more things loading on the soil. And I probably need more things offloading the soil. This is a cool little machine. This is making 0.27 per second on the raw fibers. 0.27. Crafting speed of 2. That's interesting. Okay. Then I need to offload it. Oh, right. I can make you. This consumes duralumin, though, for fast inserters, so I'm not really going to focus on getting them, just because I sort of want my duralumin at the moment for machines. I will get to the point where I will be mass producing it, but for now its sole existence is for larger machines, and I don't necessarily need the fast inserters for anything in particular. You, boink, boink. Convenience. Now, do I belt the raw fibers? That is a good question. So, raw fiber is used. Yes, urea fiberboard. Used in fiber, which is used in microfiber and rayon. Oh, hey, batteries. Fiberglass. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bust this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bust the fibers. But okay, so if everything's eventually going to be done by bots, why bother necessarily busing? Because I do want to transition into something a bit more bot-based. I've actually never done a pure, like, built for bots, like, built compactly for bots before. I've only really ever done a bus and then sort of forced bots to move big distances, which you shouldn't really do. I know you shouldn't really do. Anyway, so these fibers... If I get to the point where I need a lot of them, and... I don't know, they might end up on a bus at some point, but for now, I just need them for the og paddocks, and I'll need them for, the other stuff, the Formica. Treated the fiber board to make the Formica. So, note, I'm doing all this fiber is used in this production of the Formica, which is used for the printed circuit substrate ones. So bear that in mind. Also, Formica is made inside of a wood processing unit. So, want to make sure I have at least one of those. Okay. First up, do I want to go with all the urea stuff, or do I want to do the... Do I want to do, like, the melamine first, or... Well, I am doing the melamine first, but what I really mean is, do I want to do the formaldehyde first, or the melamine? Because this is two separate things. Oh, and this also gives me a little bit of CO2. Oh good, I have a sinkhole as well. So that's going to be fine. I guess I'll do formaldehyde first, so that's going to be... Or no, what am I thinking? I'm gonna do the things that need the fiber first. So that's the augs. Augs. How much fiber? 0.6. 0.27. 0.6. 0.27. Okay, so what I think I'm actually going to do is not that until this greatly expands. And this uses a lot of resources to make a Kikalk plantation. So I'll probably just hold off. I have the infrastructure in place to do the transition. That I can say with certainty. So I could do that. So I have the infrastructure in place to make that transition, but I'm not actually going to make that transition right now. Need more inserters to insert. This will give me 0.6 urea. Also, these guys make interesting noises. Very interesting noises. Next, in the processing of the urea, is so note that I'll need a little bit of the urea to make the melamine resin itself. So yeah, just note that. Cyanic acid destructive distillation column. You. This will make ammonia and cyanic acid. Ever so slowly. 2.5 per second. Yeah, sort of limited there. I've got more. There we go. Now, 4 of these. 2.4 needs 0.8. That's not actually all that much. That's pretty close enough. Though, granted, again, I still need to siphon off a little bit for the actual melamine resin. Alright, next is melamine, which uses the cyanic acid and ammonia equally. This produces it equally, so that is just fine. This is done in an FB factory, or reactor. FB reactor, making melamine, produces a lot. Oof, ew. Okay. Alright, so now I need to think about scale. Let's see. So you produce you need water as well. Oh, wonderful. Oh, great. Fan-a-freaking-tastical. Oh, that is... CO2. And what are you? Tailings. Tailings! Exactly what the tailings pond will actually get rid of. So the tailings pond actually destroys tailings. So, hey, finally, the purpose revealed. And then a gas vent for now on the CO2. I will put it here though, because this will allow me to do that. Yay! Melamine! Welcome to the party, Melamine. Next up on the agenda is formaldehyde. So formaldehyde will require these guys. Note that this is 100 CO2. Actually, what I can do is... So I can plop this guy down and say, hey, how much CO2 is it? 10 per second. This will produce 3 per second. So definitely don't want to be using that recipe for now. Now, instead, I will be plopping these guys down and just doing the straight up water. Interesting. Alright, I mean, as long as methane's on the one side and the water's on the other, it shouldn't ultimately matter. Even more water to be used. Now, this just produces gases, so I don't need to worry so much about inserters. Don't need to worry about them inserters on this process. So I have 3 of these. 3 of these produce 4.5 per second of CH4. And it only consumes 15 per second on the water, so that's just fine. I can add as many of those as is necessary. Next step, formaldehyde in a high-pressure furnace for some strange reason. Anyway, high-pressure furnace making formaldehyde requires copper in. Now I am going to just jump there so I can send the formaldehyde out directly. Connect the thingies. Now you need 3.75 per second? Well, I guess I'm producing enough. Yeah, that should work. Now I just need copper in. Hello, copper. That is in. No way. No, that is aligned. Alright. Sure, I'll go with it. So just have to wait for the copper to get down, and that's the formaldehyde. 1.88 per second. So I have melamine. I have urea. I have fibers. And yes, I do sorta understand that, the way I've set this up is like I have it's like a mini bus. Oh. See, I have a problem because of the fibers. I'm gonna have to bring the fibers here. But that's... You see, that's the, iron. Oh god. So, let's... do this... like so. Okay. Okay. As I don't want to do that, I'm doing it anyway. I am doing it anyway. Okay, so that will lead us to melamine resin, which is made in one of these. Melamine resin. Urea, formaldehyde, melamine. So... urea... and melamine. And formaldehyde. I don't want it like that, but I'll take it for now. Melamine uses 10 per second. Okay. 10, 1, and 4. 4 on the melamine. What is even the melamine? 2 at max. Lots of bottlenecks that I can't really care about at this time. That I mustn't care about at this time. Alright, so that's melamine. So that's the melamine taken care of. That's step 1. Fiberboard is the next step. I need treated wood, raw fiber, steam, and sodium hydroxide. So in this case, sodium hydroxide is made through saltwater electrolysis in an electrolyzer, needing saline water. So I need a washer, and I need an electrolyzer, and I need stone. Washer. Do I already have one? No. Stone bricks. So, question of the day. Do I have stone on my bus? I do not think so. I have stone bricks being made. I am uncertain if I have stone coming out. If I have diverted any stone. I have not. So that is definitely a thing to do. So let me have a look, see where I want to put stone. Where would it fit logically? Well, I guess there is very little logic to what I am currently having, so I guess I will put it down on this line just because it's convenient access. So I said this line right here. Let's avoid undergrounds. Run this all the way down. And this will be the stone I need to make some non-zero amount of saline water to make some non-zero amount of sodium hydroxide, yeah, that's the one. Okay, and I also need an electrolyzer, which... needs aluminium, okay. Yep, aluminium and some of these. Fortunately, I have aluminium plates hanging out way back here. Alright, electrolyzer. Probably just going to use the one for now. I think that's one of the main recommendations I've seen for Pyanodons in regards to building yourself up and starting your base is generally start with one of things and move up from there, because having more than zero production of something you might need more of later is a lot better than having no production and have nothing later. Okay, this guy. First things first, I need the washer. Where is it? Did I not make it? I didn't make it, okay. Washer. Give me saline water from stone and water. Now, where's my water? And how in the flying F am I going to, move it from here to here? It works. It's not pretty, but it works. Function over form. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh. I am building on my path, aren't I? This is why I'm having issues. I am building on my sidewalk. See? these two are on my sidewalk. They need to be moved down at least one. So is this. Later. My focus is on working on getting a non-zero amount of automated circuits being produced. Alright, so this will give us 5 per second! Alright, game. 5 per second. Sodium hydroxide, chlorine, and hydrogen. Now, this poses an interesting dilemma. I could use that hydrogen for a little bit of extra power. I need more of these. But for now, they shall be vented. Now you use 25 per second, so I'm only producing at a fifth of the efficiency of this thing. Well, that's sodium hydroxide. All of this is just for the fiberboard, so then I need treated wood, which... Treated wood is also done in a wood processing? No, it's done in just an assembling machine, I think. Maybe? No. Treated wood is... Oh. In better assembling machines. It needs a better machine to do it. Bigger and better machine. Now treated wood... This stuff will require wood and creosote. Beautiful creosote. So... I think I am going to officially actually just start adding to my liquid bus. Thanks to the creosote required, which is all the way back here. Hello, creosote. Now, I do believe that this is the next lane. Wait, what's... Hold up. This is... this. There's nothing in these two? Alright then. I'll use this one. Liquid bus, the extra gap of 2 doesn't necessarily matter. Slow down. I'm slowed to the sand. Oh noes. So many rocks. Rocks must die. Okay, creosote in. We'll go in there. This is just my means of measuring. Just to make it a little bit easier. So that's creosote in, then wood in. Wood in! Let's go grab the wood. And then once I get the wood in, it will probably be just about that time to take a break. It'll be break time. How far back is the wood? Way back there. I'm gonna need to grab some belt while I'm at it. Since I'm right here anyway, may as well. Now, can I make a car? Yet? Probably not, because I don't have green tech at the moment. So I can't pick up automobilism. Automobilism. Come online. So much belt. Probably gonna need to break more rocks. Yep. Gonna need to break these rocks anyway, so may as well just do it. Get it over with. And that, as they say, is that. Now just have to wait for the wood to make its sweet way down the bus. And with that, I am officially making treated wood. I can place down one of these doohickeys and start making formica. I just need the treated wood in and the melamine resin in, and there be formica. So with that, it is time to take my snack break. When I return in a few minutes, I will be doing the whole planning and scheming bit while I eat, and I'll be back to playing continuing to build this out soon. Okay, and I am officially back from my break. It took a little bit longer because... So, for every day I have a snack of a whole avocado that I've sliced up with extra crunchy peanut butter. I've got the jar of peanut butter next to me, so I just go off, I slice up and peel the avocado, and I come back, take a spoon, and just go at it. Stick the peanut butter right in the pit hole of the avocado slices. Today the avocado was not quite ripe, so it took a little bit longer to get the peel off, unfortunately. So, what was I doing? I am now doing melamine to this. Melamine resin to this. So, what line do I want to draw? Probably this. This should be fine. Oh, hey, look, it's treated wood. Treated wood, welcome to the party. In, power. Let there be more long-handed inserters and regular inserters. Alright, I think I might be officially tired of the slowness of regular inserters when loading machines at the very least, so I'm gonna grab a few fasts. Just a few. Because that needs it, clearly. Oh, you need... Right. Right. I am ahead of myself. So, fiber board is made in a pulp mill. Fiberboard comes before Formica. Made in a pulp mill. What do I need for a pulp mill under high tech? Stone bricks. Pulp mill. Ooh, Gorgum. So, this is a crap ton of stuff. So 165 steam, sodium hydroxide, fiber, and treated wood. And then what is all of this? Tall oil, black liquor, organic solvent. Organic solvent. Methanol? Tin solution from Tin Ore Processing 3. It looks like it's gonna be some time before I need to make use of organic solvent. Okay, so this stuff can be subject to a sinkhole. Tall oil. Can be burned. Can be voided. Can be made into light oil, benzene, and aromatics later. But it can be converted into combustion mixture at 600 C. I think that this will also be subject to one of those. And then finally, black liqueur can be made into aromatics and acetone. That is all that it's good for. Oh, and it needs oxygen, which I'm not making any oxygen right now. I would need to electrolyze water for that. But it would make acetone, which is needed for plastic. Oh, bisphenol A. Anyway, that will also be voided. Pretty sure all three should be, anyway, should be able to be voided with those things. Sinkholes. Gosh, I have to clear some of this stuff from the inventory. All the way back to grab some more bricks. Should just run the line out, if only to just be able to grab some whenever I might need them. Okay, moving along. $800 on that one. Might want to make some bigger storage areas for things, stuffs and things. Might, but anyway. Moving along. Now I will have to redo this when expanding stuff. Also need a boiler. And water. Because of course I need even more water. Fuel. Question. Yeah, 4. Fuel value of 4 on the treated wood. That's neat, shall we say? But I don't think I want to be pulling treated wood for fuel. That sounds like a not so good idea. Same with pulling wood by itself. Now, I'm going to do this one properly. I'm going to use coke as the fuel source. Since, you know, I have an infinite supply off of mushrooms inherently, it's a slow supply, but it is an infinite supply. And I have non-renewable supply coming in from coal. Alright. More rocks to break. Whoops. Alright, that should be that fed. So that will feed that. But now I need to bring in sodium hydroxide, fibers, and treated wood. Now this needs more treated wood than... or no, more fibers than the other two. I will need a mixed line. So... that would do it, technically speaking. That gives me that line. The only issue, of course, being I need the fibers in now. And I only have one spot for the fibers. Oh, that's not good. Better. Now, because I'm lazy, oof. just looking at how in the world do I get the fiberboard out? That is the question that I am asking myself at this point in time. Okay, what if I do this here? Well, that gives me that one out. That gets me a long-handed. That's only one tile. I need to move you one more tile. So I can do that. Oh boy, okay. That is awful, but it works. Next. Wood processing unit. Making formica from things. Erg. Formica! Let there be formica. Welcome to the party. 8 megajoule fuel value formica. That is significantly better than Coke. Twice the fuel value of coal. Interesting. Anyway, so now I have, theoretically, everything I need. Do I have a PCB factory on me? Yes, I do. After all of that line of nonsense, just clearing things out so that I can run additional belt lines. So after all of that, PCB factory making printed circuit substrate 1, requiring 3 things: formica, copper, and vacuum. Well, vacuum is quite easy enough. No idea what snapping means. In. Gonna need some more undergrounds. Now I am currently producing undergrounds automatedly, but I'm not producing splitters automated because I don't have automated circuit production yet, which I am currently working on right now. Slowly but surely. Okay, grab a pressure pump. I'm probably just going to have this technically separate, making vacuum, because this needs 10 per second. Oh hey, it is 1-to-1, so I don't need to do that. Okay, I don't need to do that for now. Hello, printed circuit substrate. Huzzah. Now, if only recipes used this stuff rather than the circuit board ones, because printed, excuse me, grab that, hold it in the hand, and then Control F. It's used in chip shooter machine, aha, and circuit board 1. It's used in the chip shooter machine. So I will need to collect some of that for the chip shooter machine. Isn't that beautiful? This is a neat little machine. Oh, and before I forget, the noises, I think it's game effects or environment sounds. I don't know, something is still too loud. Yeah. Excellent. Love it. Love it, love it. Moving right along. So that's one component of 5. I just want to throw that out there. This is one component of 5. Done. And you can see it's... Oh, I need a Loretta. Oh god. Oh god, no! Stupid landline. Stupid landline. Didn't even bother leaving a message! Didn't even bother. Yes, we are overproducing the methane we need for that. So yeah, just today thus far, we're not even done with the day today yet. The day started with this spot here and this stuff, and we have just, you know, grown this whole line from here to make exclusively this. Everything up to now is just to make this. And I can make the chip shooter machine now, so I'm going to do that. Okay, I will need electronics factories, I know, for the other items that I need. So the capacitors, inductors, resistors, and vacuum tubes will require... Oh, hey, look at that. I can actually just straight up make resistors right now. But capacitors and inductors will require ceramic, and the vacuum tubes will require graphite. Graphite is just from coke, so these other 4 things that I need don't require anything particularly major to produce outside of ceramic. Now, I will note that I am already making clay. I am already making clay because I needed to make clay to do, I think it's the raw fibers. It's the raw fiber production in the Kikalk plantations, or however the heck that's pronounced. Kikalk? Kikalk? Kikuk? So I have clay. And you know what? I think I'm going to... Oh no, this is soil. This is clay. I think I'm going to bus clay. So I'm just going to find a spot for it. I guess here. Not there, but there. So I do prefer it when it's on one side of the bus or the other. I don't think I'm going to need clay on the other side of the bus, so I'm just going to run this down as is here. So then, I have the Coke line already brought out. I have clay. I think I have pretty much what I need to produce those 4 things. Those 4 additional things. Okay. Ceramics, made out of clay and coke. Oh, and I will need to run glass and tin. I will need to add a tin line and sort of set that up. Glass is this line. Okay, this line. So while I'm out here, I will, because I have to run back to run the tin, I actually need to officially set up tin, because remember, I have some tin, but I haven't needed tin yet to because it's not been consumed by anything that I am producing that acts as an intermediate. It has only been used for finished things, products like buildings. So now that it's needed for an intermediate, I will start busing the tin. So I will have to figure out where on the bus the tin will go. Oh, please tell me that I chose this line. Okay. This outward line will probably be the steel, if I need it. That's aluminium on that outward line. think all of my outermost lanes are either reserved or taken. All of my innermost lanes are taken. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 will have to come in on a second or third lane. Which I guess I can run it here. One lane above the current copper line. This line. Because note that, and I'll mark it as such here, that this is used, and it's actually used by clay. So if I have any clay on me, I'm gonna stick some clay here so that I know, hey, there's being used by clay. Did my light just get brighter? Don't know. Let me make a couple of advanced foundries and get this tin sort of moved over. Because as you can see, the tin is up here. This is all tin ore. And it runs to where I had, at the early game, done my initial tin smelting. But I'm no longer interested in that smelting. Hello? Oh, really? You're not... Oh, I guess I didn't add too many over there. No worries, not like I'm even... Well, I guess I am consuming all of it, but anyway. This isn't even consuming a full yellow belt's worth of iron ore at this point. I think. Or maybe it is? No, it's not. This is backing up and stopping. So that's good to see. How you doing? Backed up. Good. Not for long. Okay. Tin. Tin shall be here. Now I think... Oh good, I have the hot air tin recipe. I don't have this one. Now, what is this one? This is a whole grade 1 and grade 2 crap recipe. Yeah, and you can only work with grade... You can only do grade 1. This gives you grade 1 and grade 2 that you can, and the grade 2 you can convert to grade 1 at a 50% chance. Wonderful, wonderful. That is not great. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that, at least anytime soon. I think it'll be the next tech I take once this finally ticks up, but for now, it's this recipe. I'm apparently out of pipes somehow. Some way, shape, or form, I have run out of pipes. Oh, crap. Tin ore processing. Shuthing. The mistake there was that I didn't have enough room for the inserters. This is actually a perfect job for the fast inserters. So instead of going down, you can now go up. And over. And split. Yeah, this will work. This shall work. I just need to grab thingies. Yes, thingies! I need to grab pipes. Can't believe I'm actually going to get the circuits today. I'm pretty sure that there is enough time in 20 minutes, 24 minutes, to get what I need done, finished. Here's the thing, though. After I get Circuit 1s, I'm in uncharted territories. Completely uncharted territories. I've sort of semi-been uncharted thus far, because I've only really played Pyanodons in a start of a playthrough that had Angels, Bobs, and Pyanodons running all together through a compatibility mod. But, as I have repeatedly said, that compatibility mod, running all those things together, actually makes the early game in particular a lot easier. Honestly, it smooths out the progression, because this whole... I think Pyanodons, while I do enjoy it, its pace is simply far too slow. At least in the beginning, the pacing is way, way off. Now, I'm just going to reverse all of this. Just so that I don't have to bother with too much sticking around in my inventory. You can see I've almost completely mined out this copper. There's just like a couple little bits hanging out. Probably just going to want to take a trip to the main copper patch to add some more. Oh, look! You are mined out. That will be a rather sad time once I am out of quartz crystals here, and I have to relocate my quartz mining. I really should increase that sooner than later. Also, it seems that the equal distribution mod was updated. At least I'm assuming that it's an update to the equal distribution mod, where it now actually visibly shows you a counter of how much stuff you're putting in to the machine, which I find pretty awesome. It is incredibly nice to have that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna run this here. This line. Yeah, that is that spacing. Excellent. And that's just in case up here I need spots when running pipes. I doubt it, but we shall see. Okay, non-zero amounts of plates of tin. Beautiful tin plates coming down the pipe. Now, there is a rock of quartz there, and there's... I could have sworn more quartz nearby. Nothing? There's a quartz. Looks a little bit like stone, okay. I mean iron, looks a little bit like iron. Lots of borax. Oh look, iron. Yeah, there I am surprisingly weak on the quartz. There's quartz 8.6 next to a chromium and a tin. Alright, so there is a quartz patch that is incredibly dense, but also not very wide. Ooh, crude oil. It would be nice to get that quartz ore up and running. For that rock, I don't know if I have a machine for that at the moment. Anyway, I'm wasting too much time thinking about that. Give me these. Give me those. I will really need to expand my tin foundries to speed up everything out here. But I'm pretty sure this should be the last input required. 17 minutes to do this. Set up 4 machine... Oh, set up 4 main intermediates plus ceramics. Okay, starting with ceramics. Ceramic made in high pressure furnace. High pressure furnace. Fortunately, I already have one. You ceramic. Clay and coke. Sure, I'm one off. Whatever. You are... Yeah, you are at the bottom. How much? 10 clay, alright. Cool, and that is ceramics done. Next is... Graphite. I will need graphite. Which one uses graphite? The vacuum tubes? The vacuum tubes are the most stuff. Because it's 4 main inputs in, so I will do the graphite next. Graphite is in a high pressure furnace as well. That is not a high pressure furnace. That is a high pressure furnace. Graphite, straight up from coke. I will split the line. Okay, that's graphite. Next will be the electronics factories. So let me place you down. You are vacuum tubes. You need at least one of these. You need 7.14 per second. This is 10 per second, so that's fine. Glass, graphite, copper, and iron. I will do a mixed belt, graphite, glass. It'll be 2 mixed belts in. Because, well, the alternative is 3 belts in and 1 belt out. That's the alternative, and since I need more iron than anything else, I guess that's how I'll do that. But I will do a mixed... Well, I'll need to do a mixed, belt. For something or other. I guess I'll put that there. Alright. Then it's just a matter of getting the copper in and the iron in. And I'll also run the, Why am I low on belt already? Alright, it will be easier for me to just do this like this, and then that like that. Now, 2 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those. Oh. It won't matter, I think, because I'll be doing mixed belts in anyway at the end of this process. This makes 2, so fine, be this way. Vacuum tubes. Next. Tin, glass, Coke. Tin and glass will share. How far back is Coke? Alright, I'm going to need to go back for additional belt. Make my little bit of sidewalk. Need more belt. Handcraft a bit more belt, I guess. And more inserters. Let's get a couple more quicks and regulars and longs. More splitters too. Since I am forced into handcrafting the splitters for the moment. All those, and then as much of that as I care to carry. That is not a lot of tin coming down, but it is better than nothing. Eight more minutes. Can I really do this in 8 more minutes? We shall see. I'll probably extend briefly just to get this done and over with. Okay, shared tin and glass. Oh, right. Shared tin and glass and then Coke. Ugh. Okay, and then just out. Get out. That's all I care about. Get out the resistors. Next. Little bit more space. Capacitors. Tin, ceramics. Okay, how do I normally want to get tin out? I think by doing this. Okay, capacitors done. Next, I need something doing copper wire for inductors. I want 2 things doing copper wire. Sorry, copper cables. That's probably better use. No, you're off by 1. Then ceramics in and thingy out. More. Inductors. Okay, last but not least. Where are you, my chip shooter? Chip shooter machine, making circuit boards. I need 3 lines in and a 1 line out. So mostly mixed belts of everything, but I think resistors. Well, I guess at this speeds it won't necessarily matter too much. Okay, mixed belts of things inbound. That's those. Whoops. That's those. One more thing. All the way back here. What line am I running on this? I think the safest bet is the one right next to the iron. But the iron. Why am I doing this gap over that particular copper? I've got no idea. And then this one will be... Oh, hello. Give me... Sure, lead processing. This one will be like that. Boom. 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 Power. 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 Hallelujah! 1:59 with 1 minute, less than 1 minute to spare. Say hello to our very first automated Circuit 1 production. Oh my god. 12.5 hours later of actual gameplay, actual Circuit 1 production has commenced. Now I wonder, does this actually tell you a real... No, it doesn't tell you total raws. But... oh boy, I do hope that this is more efficient than this process. Definitely is a lot less copper overall. Like, I would think it has to be less copper overall compared to the handcrafting recipe, otherwise there's not much point in automating it. But it's automated. So, what did we do today? Apparently came close to this chromium and coal and titanium patches, but that doesn't really matter. I was gonna run over them. What did we do today? Automated circuit production. That's what happened. Oh god. Oh god. That is not nice, but anyway. I will have to deal with that next time. So, yeah, summary. What happened today? From this mark onwards. So, clay, soil, Kickalk, Augs, cyanic acid and ammonia, melamine, and melamine resin with methane and formaldehyde and saline water and electrolysis. Getting sodium hydroxide, getting treated wood from creosote and fiberboard and sinking all the stuff from the fiberboard, and then formica from all of that, and then substrate 1, yeah, circuit substrate 1, and then ceramics and graphite and vacuum tubes and resistors and the thingies. Yes, thingies, capacitors and inductors and yeah, resistors and all the things, and then circuits. Circuit 1s. That's what happened. Also, 10 plates happening. 10 plates happening, and outpost iron. Yeah, that's what's happened today. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. This is the end of the stream for today. I will see you all tomorrow for more of the Angels and Bob's playthrough, and I will be back for more Pyanodons on Thursday. I have no idea what I'm going to do outside of solving this slight little power problem, but yeah, I think it'll be time to scale a little bit. Just a little bit. It'll be time to scale some things. Also work towards green science. Maybe I will look up that information and start doing green science next time, or at least start the process of getting to green science next time, because that is the next major project, is green science and will probably be the limits to the main bus. So yeah, I will see y'all next time, and we'll see how this all goes going into the future. Bye.